This is how my life as a full-time YouTuber is starting. Yeah, it's going kind of crazy. Anyway, welcome to my life as now a full-time content creator. This is the path that I've decided to take and the journey of wanting to be able to do what I truly love doing. One is making content, but the other is mostly, not say mentoring or life coaching or anything else, but is really making an impact, a positive impact on those that are younger and going through a whole different type of life cycle that I've already been through. As a guy that's already almost 2 years into my 50s, so I'm over 50 already, and 2 years ago I have been wanting to do this to make a difference and move forward in doing it. And I do plan to go ahead and reveal how this can be done. And it should have been done a lot earlier, honestly. But, you know, I have gone through so many different cycles of ups and downs. And if you're in your 20s and heavily in debt, I feel you and I know exactly what it was like. Because I'm going to start by saying I was close to, I think, around $30,000 in credit card debt when I was about 26. Moved up to California from Hawaii and started my life at $6.50 an hour. That's what minimum wage was, or not minimum wage even. That's what, actually, it was $6 an hour when I moved up. And within about 6 months, I found a job that paid me $6.50. And then I moved up to an immediate jump about a year later or so to like $14. And from there, just worked my way up and got myself out of debt. And we're gonna go through that whole story. But I would like to also say, if you are wondering what I'm doing, I am actually starting this as a new channel as a YouTuber. Yesterday was my last day at my great place to work, honestly. It was an amazing job, something that I worked very hard to get specialized in, and I'll be going over that also and more in the future. And I'll want to talk about different things and how you can do that too. You know, I'm talking about career advice. I'm going to talk about finances, obviously, because, you know, as a guy who got out of debt, I've been helping finances. We actually invested heavily in real estate for a while, made a lot of money, then lost it all. And we have a path that has been ups and downs for all over the place. This is, I wouldn't say my last attempt, but this is my big attempt for actually my last hurrah to put everything into it and go and be an entrepreneur again to see if we can successfully start something new, at least lay a foundation. Okay, there is a plan B. If it doesn't work out in 6 to 7 months and we run out of our savings that we've put aside to go ahead and get this started, then I can go back to work. And that's fine with me. The whole thing is, once the foundation is laid, that will be an easy momentum. It's just really hard to get stuff started like this when you have to work full time and you come home at night and you only have weekends. And I also have another YouTube channel on ebikes at ebike products, and you know, I built that up to about 11,500 subscribers at this point. I think 11.4, 11.5. But it's been a pretty cool ride and it's taught me a lot. It's been 3 years since I was building that, and this one I hope to accelerate, and that's why we have this goal of doing everything we possibly can to just leap forward, put all the effort possible, and see what we can make out of this. And that's what I'm hoping you're here on our path with us for. I invite you to stick around, and I hope to earn your subscribe and your likes for each and every one. The way I want to earn it is I want people who actually want to subscribe, that want to become a part of the community. I do plan to be on this every day for the next few months to go ahead and answer questions, be on the comments, and really help guide some of you that might need some guidance in life, and also help join some of you who are older in life that can also add some wisdom, experience to those that are in need. I would like to say that there is a huge epidemic of young adults who are deciding to take life into their own hands and end it. And it's not something that is something to be ignored, because it's not something to be ignored because it's so bad right now. And I know that a lot of people will blame social media, a lot of people will blame the whole worldwide issue of this thing that I got. You know, I don't say the word of it, and that's because I do hear that there is a flag that could potentially happen whenever you use any of those special words that refer to that whole lockdown we had for the whole planet. And that is what this is going to be about. It will be definitely more energetic. It'll be definitely more forward moving. But it is also a way for day one. This is a great object lesson or learning lesson in general. I had all of this planned out to do so much on day one, to get launching all over the place. And it is now almost 8 o'clock at night. And I had planned to get this video out first thing in the morning. But then my wife caught what I caught. So she's like really sick right now. She's 2 days behind me. And 2 days ago, I was really bad. In fact, my last 2 days of actual work, I couldn't even go to the office to celebrate my long departure from there. I mean, I really wanted to go. And I actually sent a video to thank them for everything because I couldn't be there in person to do it and say goodbye. One of the best places I've ever worked. It's really hard to leave. And there's no reason for me to leave. People think I'm absolutely crazy. And this is actually one of the best times if you think about sometimes the opportunities of when you're getting pushed out is never a good mindset, but this is because I've been preparing for it. I'm going to talk about how to prepare our finances. We've put enough aside that could last us 6 months to a year, depending on how well my other income streams, which I will be covering that in the future as well. So if you are looking to actually figure out ways to enhance your life, this is the Waking Up Dreams channel. And I am here to go ahead and hopefully inspire some of you to wake up some of the dreams that you had when you were younger, or even when you had just a few years ago, or if you've never had any, to wake some up today. And that's my goal. And I'm kind of not glad, but I'm kind of interested at seeing the irony of me actually getting really sick just starting this adventure, because it shows that life gets in the way even for a guy like me. Now, I'm not one of those guys that have millions in the bank. I'm not one of those guys that have even hundreds of thousands in the bank. Hopefully I do one day. This is the dream that can build. I am the guy who has gone through life like most people have gone through it. I've gone through 3 huge economic crashes, personal economic crashes, okay? So like the first economic crash that I had is when we lost. Well, basically, when I moved up, when I told you I was so heavily in debt, so underskilled in so many things, and moved to another state to start all over again and work my way out of that, clearing my debt of $30,000 or so, around that kind of credit card debt nonetheless. And then after that, not soon after, getting back into credit card debt. Can't believe they actually gave me that much credit to do that happen again. And then we started investing in real estate. That came on and crashed as well. And then after that, went into starting my own business as a consultant for doing some advertising. 2 years into that, well, about 1.5 years into that, the clientele kind of dried up because the way the industry changed. Didn't take a paycheck for 6 months. Went back into credit card debt again. So 3 rounds, keep that in mind. I've been in debt 3 huge times, and I've finally recovered again out of that. This is about 7 to 10 years in the making that I'm coming out of it. And I want to use my life cycle experience, because this is the best position we've ever been. And every time I come out of these cycles, I learn more, I get wiser, and then I can catapult to the next level. So I want to thank you for listening, and I hope I do earn your subscription list. And I want to encourage you to take the path of taking a chance, of waking up your dreams. And this is, I guess, going to be the first lesson, is that as terrified I am about where I am today and doing what I'm doing, I have some clips over the last 10 working days, counting down from when I was leaving, during my breaks that I took a walk, of little bits and tips of the type of experiences that I could share that I hope going to be learning lessons for you. And I'm excited to lay this out. For those of you wondering how I'm going to make an income, I do have my e-bike channel that brings in right now probably about $1,000 to $1,200 a month. So there will be some hints and tips on how to kind of build even a small YouTube channel that can bring in a lot. That channel had actually brought in over 20,000 last year, and I think it was even more the year before that. And it's only 3 years old, and I don't have a lot of subscribers, so yet I can bring in 20,000, and that's not just from YouTube ad revenue. It's actually from other things. This channel is going to be a little different. I'm going to find out different ways that I can expand the income source, and I'm going to share a lot of this along the way. That's the whole goal of it. That's why I decided to do this, is because I want those who have dreams. I hear that YouTube content creating is the #1 aspiration of young adults, or even teens coming up. of what they want to do. And you can use my experience, hopefully, and learn from it. I'm not going to be one that's going to tell you you're going to make millions of subscribers off of what I'm going to teach you. You could, definitely, but that's not the reality I see for most people. But you can earn a side income, definitely. I've also actually, stick around, because as we go more through this over the next few days, you're going to see how many crazy businesses I have. I also have a life insurance license. Haven't sold a policy for probably in about 7 years. But the last policy I did sell ended up being such a blessing that I did. That is the first policy I ever had to pay out on a life insurance policy. And that's a crazy story. I have to tell you about that as well. So anyway, we're going to talk about that a little later, because I just want to right now tell you, if you are thinking about doing anything, like leaving a job and starting something on the side, whether it be a YouTube channel, whether it be a small little gig, I don't know what it might be, or you're just kind of burning out and you're looking for something that needs to go ahead and revitalize your life, then I want to say that there's hope. And that's this channel's whole thing. Waking Up Dreams is about giving hope, and to anyone and everyone that's willing to. It doesn't have to be a young adult. You could be my age or even older, because I have mentors that actually I mentor back. We actually mentor each other, even at different 20 year differences. They're my seniors, but yet I have a lot of technical skills that I can teach, and vice versa. They have a lot of just general business wisdom, which you'll get to see and meet some of them on this channel, because those guys are just amazing. So anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. I hope I have earned your subscribe, or at least your curiosity to subscribe to this channel, and a like. This is going to be an announcement video that not only maybe some of you are strangers that don't know me, but a lot of friends, family, and old acquaintances. Those of you who have worked for me before, I would love to actually even see some of your comments below of things that you might be able to share that has gone on between what I've been able to go ahead and help, because there's a lot of you out there that I've helped through the last few years as a manager for you, or even as a minor mentor. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about some of the stories I've told you before, and if there's some that you think is worthy of me actually repeating to these people, because I'm an open book. There's nothing really for me to hide. My wife and I just celebrated our 21st wedding anniversary 3 days ago, when I first didn't realize I was actually sick with this. I was actually thought it was just a kind of minor cold, and then it kind of blew up, and now she got it too. But we celebrated at Disneyland. I'll have some clips on that as well, and how fun that was. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully as soon as tomorrow, with even more details, more clips, and everything else. See you tomorrow.